Hi everyone, you are watching Commerce King Academy right now. As you know, we have been done illustration number 1 in last video of this chapter, which is you already know, that is journal. In today's video, we are going toward illustration number 2 without any delay. So let's get started. Illustration number 2. Mr. Amir started his business on 1st Jan 2005 with amount $60,000 as capital. Below mentioned are the transactions which took place in the month of January. He requested you to enter these in his journal. This is the format of journal account of Mr. Amir business. Now we will enter the following transactions in the form of entries in this format. So first entry of Amir's business is Mr. Amir invested 60,000 as a capital into the business. Cash to capital. Cash account to capital account. The first entry, investment into the business, has been completed in the form of cash account debit and capital account credit with $60,000. This is the investment entry because business has the separate entity from its owner. This is the separate account of the business from its owner. With description, started business with $60,000. Started business with $60,000, right? The second transaction is opened bank account with $45,000 on 2nd January. So bank account debit amounted $45,000 to cash account credit with $45,000. With description, opened bank account with cash into business account. Dear students, we have been done two entries. First is invested as a cash into the business with amount $60,000, right? Second is opened bank account with the name of business $45,000. These are two transaction or entries are related to the investment into the business. This is the by hand cash in the pocket of the business, and this is the bank account. Payments will be done on behalf of the business by bank in the form or means of check or online transactions. Payments from these accounts will be given to the supplier or any party with direct by hand, and from this account payments will be done or given to the supplier from bank account. So let's see the next proceedings. Next transaction is on 3rd January, goods are purchased from Rahman on credit for $21,000. So purchases account debit with amount $21,000 to Rahman account credit with amount $21,000. With description, credit purchases from Rahman Next transaction is on 7th January, purchased second hand duplicating machine for cash amounted $6,000. On 7th January, machine account may be called office equipment account debit with $6,000 to cash account credit with $6,000 with description being purchased machine for cash basis. The next transaction of the business is sold goods or credit to Munir worth $4,500 on 7th January. These two transactions has been done in one date, which is 7th January. Okay, the entries statement is sold goods on credit to Munir. Simple. Munir account debit with amount $4,500 to sales account credit with amount $4,500 with description being sales on credit to Munir. Understand? Next transaction is very simple, which is on 8th January, purchase goods on cash $3,000. Purchases goods on cash. So purchases account will be debit $3,000, right? To cash account credit with amount $3,000 with description being purchases on cash. This transaction has been completed here. Next transaction is cash sales to Farouk worth $3,000 on 9th January. Cash sales to Farouk, the entry will be cash account will be debit with $3,000 to sales account credit with $3,000 with description being sales on cash. Simple. Next transaction is on 10th January, machinery purchased and payment made by check 20,000 and 100. Dear students, the confusion has been cleared here that $60,000 capital into the business and $45,000 capital into the business. This payment is made from check in from our bank account, right? So entry will be on 10th January, machinery account will be debit to bank account credit with amount $20,100 with description being machinery purchased with bank account. Simple. We can say the payment has been done of this machinery from bank via check. Next entry is borrowed $9,000 from Tufail. The entry will be on 12th January, cash account debit to Tufail loan account credit with amounts with description or detail being borrowed from Tufail. The transaction or entry has been cleared here, right? On 18th January, fire occurred in the business and goods worth $2,100 were destroyed. The entry of this transaction will be loss by fire account debit with amount $2,100 to purchases account credit, because loss by fire is ultimately reduction in our purchases stock. So now we will credit against loss by fire to purchases account, right? $2,100 being loss by fire. The next transaction of the business is on 30th January paid rent to Varis, which is the owner of the building, amounted $300 for the building in which business is situated. The entry will be rent account debit to cash account credit with amount $300 and $300 being rent paid. The next transaction is paid salary to clerk on 31st January. Salaries account will be debit to cash account credit with amount with description being salaries paid. Simple. On same date received $4,500 from Munir in full settlement of his account. Before the entrance of this transactions entry in the journal account, must check out the previous account of Munir. On 7th, the previous account of Munir was sales to Munir has been done by us with amount $4,500. So accounts receivables toward Munir of us was $4,500. Now actual receivables received from Munir by us with amount this, not $4,500, right? So this transaction requires compound entry, including the discount allowed by us or Mr. Amir's business. Entry will be cash account debit to Munir account. The actual receipts or receivables was amounted $4,500. Now received in actual $4,000 and $3,500. The difference will be considered as the discount allowed or discount account. This is called discount allowed by the Amir's business, which is $150. Recall again the concept of simple entry or compound entry. The entry which has two accounts, just like this above entry, one account and second account, called simple entry. When any entry holds more than two accounts, just like this, called compound entry, with description, amount received and discount allowed. The next and third transaction on 31st January is paid $9,000 to Rahman in part payment of the amount due to him. This is the part of total amount due which are payables of Mr. Amir. So we can recall the previous account of Rahman, which is purchases account to Rahman, amounted $21,000. These are the total payables to Rahman by Amir's business. Now, the part of $21,000, which is $9,000, paid to Mr. Rahman on 31st January, right? So the entry will be Rahman account debit and to cash account credit with amount $9,000 and $9,000 with description for the payment on account, which was our payables, and now we have paid to Rahman 9,000, which is the part of total payables. Total payables was $21,000 on 7th January, right? The fourth transaction on 31st January, which is Mr. Amir withdrew amounted $1,500 for his personal account. The entry will be on 31st January, drawings account will be debit with amount $1,500 and cash account will be credit to $1,500 with description being amount withdrawn by proprietor or owner of the business for personal use, right? The last transaction of this illustration, which is bank credited his account for interest with amount $150. This is the income or Amir's business on deposited account balance. So it will be the income for the business by the bank. The entry will be bank account will be debit with amount $150 to interest account credit with amount $150 for recording the interest income on bank deposit. All the transactions of illustration number 2 has been completed here. So see you in next video with next illustration, which will illustration number 3. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you all.